Hi there! Today I'm going to show you how to knit this snowflake. I call this design the stars and the pines because of the two stars in the middle, and the points of the snowflake remind me of pine trees, so that's why I gave it this name. To begin with, we are going to cast on 6 stitches onto our double pointed needles, and then we are going to distribute the 6 stitches, 2 per needle, onto 3 needles. And next we are going to join them to knit in the round. And our very first round is going to be a knit round. We're simply going to knit all stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Round 2, we are going to first knit the first stitch, and then using the backwards loop cast on method, we are going to cast on 6 stitches. To do so, you simply make a loop like this and place it back onto your needle. That's 1. Once again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I apologize, it was a little bit hard for you to see what I was doing because this needle is in my way. You will be able to see it better next time. The next repeat, we once again knit the first stitch, and now I can remove this needle and show you better. So you put backwards loops onto your needle like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are moving on to the next needle. Knit the first stitch, and once again cast on 6 using backwards loop cast on method. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knit the next one. Once again, I can remove this and show you better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 2 more repeats of the pattern. Knit 1, knit 1, and cast on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one. Knit 1 and 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That was the end of round 2. Round 3, we begin by binding off 3 stitches, and to bind off you simply knit 2 stitches together kind of at the back loop, through the back loop like this. Then place the stitch back to your left hand needle. That was binding off 1. Knitting the next 2 together, that's 2. Place the stitch back and knit the next 2 together, that's 3. We bound off 3. Next we are going to knitted cast on 2 stitches. To do a knitted cast on, you knit into the stitch on your left hand needle, pull a new stitch through, and then place this new stitch back onto the needle with a bit of a twist. So that's 1, we cast it on 1. Now knitting into this new stitch, we pull a new stitch through, place it back to your needle, and now we cast on 2 stitches. Next we are binding off 5 stitches. Once again, the same way as before, knitting 2 together like this. We're binding off 5 stitches. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Now we came to this central stitch here, the one that we knitted in the round before. So we are going to do a KFB increase into that stitch, and to make this kind of increase, you simply knit through the front loop of that stitch, and then not the loop, the front leg, and then the back leg of that stitch. Now we have made 2 new stitches, and the last thing in this repeat that we do is we slip the stitch from right hand needle over these 2 new stitches, and that's the end of the repeat. So now with these 2 stitches that we just made, this very first stitch we're gonna keep on our right hand needle, and this second stitch we're going to place back to left hand needle, and we are going to use it to bind off the next 3 stitches. So it's going to be the first stitch to be bound off for the next repeat. So 1, 2, and 3. Next, once again, place a stitch back to left hand needle and knit it cast on 2. 1, place it back to the needle, knit into the same stitch, knit a new one, place it back on the left hand needle, and once again bind off 5, bind off 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we came again to the central stitch, and we're gonna KFB into it. Knit through the front leg, knit through the back leg, and now slip this stitch from right hand needle over these 2 stitches. Just like before, this stitch stays on the right hand needle, and this one we're going to place back to the left hand needle, and we're going to use it to continue binding off the next 3 stitches. Now here's a little tip about these 2 stitches. It's going to be really impossible to keep them on your right hand needle as you continue knitting in the round, but what you can do is you can simply slip your needle off the stitches. They're not going anywhere, they're really secure. I never have them unravel themselves, so you can just leave them like that. If you're not sure if it's okay to leave them like that, you can consider placing a stitch holder onto them, but I've knitted multiple of these and never had any problems. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to continue with the pattern repeat, binding off 3, then knitted cast on 2, binding off 5, doing the KFB increase, and so on and so forth until you get to the end of the round. And when you get to the end of the round, it will look like this. Okay, where is it? Here it is. So you bound off the last 5 stitches, and here you will have your one last stitch on your right hand needle. The last thing you have left to do in this round, you're going to insert this needle under the very first bound off stitch of the round. It's somewhere here. Okay, so you insert your needle under that bound off stitch, pull a new stitch through like this, and now you're going to slip this stitch from the right hand needle over this new stitch. There you go. And now we only have 6 live stitches left in this round. Here are all of my stitches left in this round. You see, nothing happened to them, they're still here. So now this very last stitch of round what was it, round 3, I believe. Okay, so this last stitch is going to be the first stitch of my new round. And the rest of these live stitches we are going to pick up as we go. So in round 4, we're going to knit this very first stitch and kind of make sure that this one is pretty loose, because it has a tendency to tighten unlike the other one. So just make sure it's nice and loose like that. So you knitted 1, and now once again, just like before, we are going to use backwards loop cast on method, and we are going to cast on 12 stitches instead of 6 this time around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we find the next live stitch. It's this one here. We're going to simply knit this stitch and cast on another 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once again, finding the next live stitch, place it on a needle, and we're having 2 repeats of the pattern on each needle. That's why I'm going to use my next needle to knit this stitch here. Simply knit this stitch and cast on 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, finding the next live stitch here, placing it on the needle and simply knitting it, and 12 more. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next one, put on the needle, knit the stitch and cast on 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the very last stitch, the 6th stitch, placed on the needle, knit, and one last time cast on 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was the end of round 4. Round 5 is a very easy round. In round 5 you simply knit all stitches. But here's the thing. So after round 5, I recommend that you place all of your stitches either on a piece of scrap yarn or on a circular needle, because this will help you not to drop stitches as you knit the points. And if you are planning on using a circular needle, I suggest that rather than knitting this round with double pointed needles and then transferring all of your stitches, I suggest that you just use your circular needle and knit this round 5 with your circular needle. And very simple round. You simply knit all the stitches, you go all around. All in all, at this point you will have 78 stitches on your needles, and so you just go like this, simply knitting all the stitches in this round until you come to the end of the round. And when you come to the end of the round, you will be all ready for the last final round, the round in which we will knit our points, and it will also be our bind off round. And I will show you how to knit that final round in the part 2 of this video. And this is it for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.